Hi, Pongal Valthukal. So here I am to actually do the English version of Amblingal Romba Pavam, which means compared to ladies, guys are more challenged and we feel pity for them. So the normal saying is that pity a girl, she has so many challenges in life, she has so many problems in life. But what I would like to say is that guys are more pitiful than girls. Why? So I'm going to actually say why do I actually highlight on this. Before that, I would like to thank everyone for watching two of my previous video. One highlighting about road safety, cutting lines, signal this and that. So I have received quite a response saying that I should highlight on this and that. So for now, we'll put a break on traffic issues. We will do a recap in the future. There's quite some few topics that we would like to talk about. So once we are done with that, then we will do a recap on the traffic rules. So the second video was Valentine's special. I wanted to do this ahead before Valentine's so that we have just enough time for some of us to think before we are able to say anything. So I'm so sorry, this is going to take some difficulty because I'm not actually in the car right now. So I'm at home and I don't have a selfie stick, so my hands are here and I have a very short hand, so it's going to be very difficult. So just bear with me. Okay, so coming back to our topic, why do I say I feel sorry for them compared to girls? Why is because we always say that as a girl, I know that the challenges that I have, we have social issue, family pressure, health issue when it comes to like menstrual cramp, after marriage, those challenges that we face after marriage. But compared to what, as a lady, what I feel sorry for men because the challenges that faced by men are actually more than ladies. It's just that most of the time the attention is on ladies compared to men, and nobody really talks about it because they just say like, men are supposed to be masculine, ladies are fragile. But the truth is, in every man and woman there's a human, so we have to look at human instead of gender. Okay, so basically when a girl, a lady, they actually have few choices in life. They can study, they can start working, so they have a choice whether they want to, like, after studies they work, after work they get married and then settle down in life. They have a choice to become a housewife. But is there a choice for a man to become house husband? No. Even if there's few of them do practice that, is actually considered as an insult, or they tend to be looked down by society. They think that, what kind of man sits at home and let the woman to work and then also support the family. So due to this, just to make sure that the society doesn't talk about them, regardless whether he studies well or whether he gets a good job, man has the obligation to really go and work hard. Like ladies, like for example myself, right after my studies I have a choice whether I want to work or not. If I don't want to work, I can actually get married, settle down with my husband, and also have kids. I can take care of the kids and become a housewife. But men don't have that choices. Regardless they are good in their studies or whether they have a proper job, by hook or crook they have to make sure that they work hard and they actually have a proper place in the society. Because end of the day, when they get married, if a girl, she's not happy at the husband's house or whatsoever, she can actually say that, what, I left my family for you, I have changed my name to your name, this and that. They have lots of reason. They can actually say that, don't you feel sorry for me, I have done a lot of sacrifice for you. But do you realize that compared to ladies, men tend to do a lot of sacrifices? It's just that they don't say it out, they just keep everything to themselves. So we, as the other partner, the other part of the gender kind, we have to start thinking on behalf of them. Because end of the day, we are all human, we have feelings. It doesn't really matter men or ladies, female, male, it doesn't really matter that way. End of the day, we are all humans, so we have to like think for them also. So it's something like when we say that, for example, if I'm married, I'm with my husband and also my mother-in-law. So, for example, we have a misunderstanding between mother-in-law and also daughter-in-law. I might actually tell to my husband, you know what? When I was at my house, I was not treated like this, but I have left my family. I sacrificed my family for you, and I came here, and you don't even, back me up. Your mom is actually treating me badly, but you do not back me up. I don't feel, I'm not happy about it. I'm going to go back to my mother house or whatsoever. But does men have a choice? They are literally stuck in between both. They have to take care of their mother, and they have to make sure they take care of the wife. So they're actually stuck in between. They are suffering. Most of the men are actually suffering, and they tend to have this depression, or they tend to break down. They have social pressure, work pressure, and then when they come back home, they have family pressure as well. So it's like they cannot support to the wife too much. Reason because he might offend the mother. The mom might say, okay, I had you, for 9 months, and then I gave birth to you, I brought you up, and this is how you're actually going to treat me for a woman who just came yesterday. Or when he supports too much for the wife, when he supports too much for the mom, and then the wife will start threatening, saying that, oh, I left my family for you, and I've made so much of sacrifice, and this is how you're going to treat me. So men are literally stuck in between. They must make sure that both parties are happy. They have to make sure that everyone is happy by sacrificing themselves. I'm not saying that ladies don't do that, but seldom. End of the day, men have more responsibility. They have to work a bit more harder than us, regardless whether they're highly educated or not. It doesn't really matter if they're earning more or not. More or less, they have to make sure that they keep up. If not, they're going to get into big trouble, because if they're not able to provide the best, the society will not highlight saying that, your wife should do something about it. No, they will put the blame on the men. They will say that your father should provide best, your brother should do better, your husband should do the best for you. They always put the blame on the men. Why can't it be like, why can it be like, you take equal responsibility? Yes, nowadays men and women work together, but when it comes to the blaming part, they tend to blame on the man a lot. Don't you think that they already have a lot on their plate, a lot of responsibility, a lot of things to be sorted out on their plate? So that being said, the main motive of this video was Valentine's Day. Why? Because when it comes to Valentine's Day, us ladies tend to, since we have social media right now, Instagram, Facebook, I'm not Twitter user or Snapchat user, so I'm active in Instagram and also Facebook. So people tend to share a lot of posts. I wish to wake up like this, I wish my boyfriend would surprise me like this. So they tend to share a lot of pictures of roses, teddy bears. They try to give a hint how they would like to be surprised. So that being said, guys will have that kind of pressure, okay, I need to make sure that I do the best for my woman, because end of the day, chances are very high that they get the blame. You know what, my sister boyfriend did this for her, my friend's boyfriend did that for her, but what did you do for me? You did not even surprise me, you don't make me feel special, this and that. I've seen it live. Okay, I've not done it, but I've seen it live. So that kind of pressure that they have on themselves financially, Valentine's celebration is something which is very overrated. A bouquet that you can get for $35 or $40 tend to be raised up to $180, $150. I guess $150 is actually a very cheap rate for a flower bouquet. But I have seen a flower bouquet which is supposed to be $45 being raised up to $180. When you go to a restaurant or a simple meal place, a meal that costs you $50 will be raised up to $200 during Valentine's Day. So this is something which is overrated. Valentine's Day, from my point of view, is something like a marketing strategy once a year, just to ruin everything. So for me, it's like, why do you need to celebrate Valentine's Day just one day of the year? Why can't it be the whole year? Okay, of course, while everyone is celebrating, you want to feel special that you're part of that celebration, but putting so much pressure on guys, it's really not fair. End of the day, the cash, that sum that he's supposed to spend for the whole month, he ended up spending it one day. The sum that he's supposed to spend in 1 month, he ended up spending in 1 day. And the balance 29 days, the girl will start complaining, oh, you don't take care of me anymore, you don't love me anymore, you don't care for me now. How do you expect him to take care of you, bring you out for outings, spend for you, when you literally spend the 1 month cash in 1 day? Don't you think it's fair? starting from December, 25th of December, they have Christmas. Of course, they will have their outings. 1st of January, it's actually New Year. Then next upcoming is, we have our Indian celebration and so on. So followed by generally celebrated is Valentine Day. Then we have Chinese New Year. December, there's so many celebration. It's totally not fair to spend so much for an overrated celebration, you know. And also, instead of expecting men to surprise you all the time, what if women actually take the reign by themselves and do, surprise your men? It always does not have to be the one gender job. The other partner can also do that. I do see some of my friends who do that. They take the initiative to literally surprise the men. This is something like has to do with give and take. Give and take means in relationship you don't always you don't always take. Most of the time what we see is that the guy give a lot, the guy keeps giving, and the woman just take. They keep taking but they don't give, which is really not fair. So there is when it's not fair, there will be tension, there will be frustration, which will be causing a lot of trouble in a relationship. Instead of doing that, give and take. You gotta give first in order for you to get it back. So why don't, for a change, surprise your man, take the responsibility, do something. Instead of, when you would like to celebrate Valentine Day on 14th of February, it's something expected. When during on the 14th of February, the whole day you'll be expecting something to happen. Okay, why don't my guy do something for me? Why don't my lady do something for me? Instead of doing that, if you want to create that surprise factor, instead of celebrating on that day, you can actually celebrate after a week. After 2 weeks, it doesn't really matter. Doing something on that day might not have the wow factor, but doing something out of nowhere after a week, it creates a wow factor. Trust me, been there, done that. Surprise your partner. It doesn't really matter that guys have to do it all the time. Make some changes, think out of the box. It doesn't really have to be men all the time. There's people tend to say that guys must not cry. When guys cry, they will ask, why are you crying like a lady? Why are you crying like a girl? Hello, men can cry too. A man once was a child too. He did cry during his childhood. So it's really not fair for you to say that men shouldn't cry, men must not show out his emotion, men must be manly, macho. That is so wrong. When a guy expresses his feeling, that is where you can see his true self. Let him cry. If he's upset, doesn't really matter he's 30 years old or 40 years old, let him cry. When he cries, you can actually see his purest heart. Have you seen guys crying before? Like literally, even it doesn't really matter if it's ugly cry or emotional cry. It's okay, let them cry. When a man cries in front of you, that means he's letting it all out. He's like, when a man cries to you, that is where he's like, you're the most trusted person. So if your guy have not cried in front of you, trust me, you have not done the best yet. He still keeps his emotion to himself, which is, I don't really agree. I'm not saying that you have to agree whatever I say. It's just that it would be nice for all men to open up their heart to everyone, so that you can see their pure self. Men's are actually nice. It depends on how you want to handle them. Just like how ladies would say, you must have special talent to handle me. No. You must have special talent to handle men. If you intend to do any special celebration, or if you have no idea what to do, it's okay. You can just comment or inbox and ask, do you need a contact to get reasonable prices of stuff? We can actually suggest. I can actually personally suggest. I don't mind sharing though. Just drop a comment and saying that I would like to do this, how can I do it? Or if you think that you are able to do it, just do it, and then you can share to us. Because I have few of my friends who are actually sharing to me, saying that they have done to their men, and the result is just spectacular. They have seen the changes in their partner when they finally take the responsibility to surprise the men instead of men surprising women. When a lady surprises a man, the outcome is different. When you do that to men, you literally make him feel appreciated. Not all time that man has to appreciate a woman. Woman can appreciate men as well. It doesn't really matter that giving him time and so on. Have you tried giving a guy a bouquet, flower bouquet? You should really try, because it really gives a kind of difference. Nobody said that guys doesn't like rose. It doesn't really. No man ever say that he doesn't like rose. He might, cover much and say that I don't like rose, but you don't need to tell him, do you like rose? Do you like jasmine? Do you like water lily? No. Just give him. Men's don't expect too much. Unlike women, men's expectation are very less. They have their hobbies, they have their friend, they have their time pass, which is very straightforward. Their hobbies and their likings are very straightforward. So it's all depending on how are you going to take their straightforward hobby, their straightforward liking, their straightforward kind of desire. How are you going to make it into special moments? It's truly easy. One of the example is my partner. My life is like my partner loves fishing. All he needs is time. As long as I give him time to go fishing with his friends, he's a happy man. At the same time, apart from giving him time to go fishing, it's also nice to shower him with gift that unexpectedly. He did not expect me to give him his equipments for fishing, like the rod, the lures and so on, all their stuff. Take time to research on the products. You might not know about football, you might not know about fishing, you might not know about golf. Take time, study what they like, who do they like. From there, escalate, do something from there. Trust me, the result will be different. From there, your life will be different. Simple as that. Guys are simple. So it's just a matter of effort. Just like how women say that I don't need too much, I just need time, I just need effort. Same thing goes to men. Men do not ask too much. They just need time and effort. And start looking at everyone instead of male and female. Don't be gender biased. Look at them as human. Before being male or female, all of us are human, and each human have feelings. It would be nice instead of seeing man, woman, doctor, nurse, engineer, just normal staff or whatsoever, start looking at human. We have to be human first in order for us to achieve anything. Being human will let us realize a lot of stuff. Look beyond stuff. Okay, so that's a summary of the video that I actually made in Tamil. So sorry if I'm like stammering, because I'm trying to recall whatever I said in Tamil. So I think overall I managed to say whatever I said in Tamil. So right now I'm saying it in English. So hope you guys, ladies, I'm so sorry if I said anything wrong, if I've offended you. But this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that you have to follow whatever I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm great or whatsoever. I do mistake also. It's just that when we do mistake, we tend to learn. And we learn from our mistakes. So it depends on whether you want to learn or not. So if you feel like you're not happy with this video or whatsoever, by all means you can just hide the post, block me off. I'm not asking for your opinion, whether you like it or not. If you like it, you can share. You can actually tell your friends. I'm not expecting millions of you. It's okay. You don't need to share my video to your wall or tag 100 people into the post. It's just that if you've seen this video, if you like it, keep it right here. Okay? And then try to express it out. If you see someone who's having this kind of same issues, like for example, the guy is not happy, the woman is not happy, maybe you can talk to them. Say whatever I say to them, but put it in your word so that they can understand and make some difference in their life. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.